Rich guy. Everyone wants to be rich. And some of us are rich here, right? We don't know. But that's okay. For those who are not rich, we're just pre-rich. Yeah.
Sorry.
And the Memecoin traders tend to be pre-rich. So our goal is to get to this. And let me introduce myself. My name is Evgeny. We built the mobile app for discovery and trading meme coins. I'm a founder. My other founder is Alex. Yeah. He's the CTO. He's the one who built all of it. I used to work at Bank of America, and then later I worked at SoFi. I built option trading at SoFi, and Alex had a successful exit, and later on he joined Facebook, and after that, well, now Meta, and after that we've been working on the Ape-in for the last 5 months. But I was chatting with some of the people here before, and looks like not all of us are, well, not all of the people here are Memecoin traders. So we're gonna measure the temperature a little bit and see who's actually meme trader. And the best way to do that is to learn some of the lingo, because that's how you become an insider, as a Memecoin trader. And that will tell me how many of you actually are Memecoin traders. So tell me, what is CT? Does anyone know what CT?
Connecticut.
Twitter?
Crypto Twitter, that's right.
Do I get a prize?
Raise your hand so I'll know, like, you are the... That's right. What is PvP? Anyone knows what's PvP? He knows.
Player versus player.
So PvP means player versus player, and the opposite of PvP is player versus environment. So when everyone is scamming you, rug pulling you, taking out, yanking all the liquidity, taking all the money, the coin is going down, that's PvP, because the liquidity is limited. PvE is player versus environment. That's like Bitcoin, because you're not exactly trading against someone who just bought before. You're just hoping that everything goes up and the Bitcoin goes up. So we want to be at the PvE, but not at the PvP. And when there is a Memecoin winter, we are at the PvP. And right now it's kind of like winterish vibes, even though Bitcoin is one away. So PvP, what is CTO?
Community takeover.
Okay. So CTO is community takeover. Can be chief technology officer. But in meme coins, CTO is a community takeover. What happens is if someone creates a meme coin and then they decide to exit or rug pull, they leave, but maybe the meme is just so good that people who bought it, and now they're minus 80%, they're like, okay, let's create a Twitter community, let's create a Telegram group. And that is a community taking over the meme, and they might pump it even higher. So there was this kid, his name was, I don't know what was his name, but the meme coin was Quant, if you remember, in November. So he created a token, he immediately rugged it when it went, I think, $30,000. But then he went so viral because just like 8-year-old kids just showing middle fingers to the camera. So he went viral and the community took it over and the coin went to the millions. Amazing case of CTO. Graduation or bonding. I know you know. Anyone knows what's graduation in Memecoin or bonding?
But the coin hits a certain market cap, so that it can go be high.
Yes. So graduation or bonding is one of the biggest launchpads right now for Memecoins is Pump Fund. And in order, when you create a token, anyone can create it. The market cap needs to go up to roughly $67,000 right now for it to graduate. And the token graduates, and then the liquidity is then deposited into Pump Swap, which is the automated market maker pools created by Pump Fund. In the past, it used to be radio, but that's like a good market, not market. It's a moment when the coin becomes more wider tradable, because before it's going to only be tradable on Pump Fund. So that's graduation bonding. All of those terms are very important for Memecoin trading. And once you know all these lingo, you will be like certified Memecoin trader. Trenching. What is trenching? Anyone knows? So trenching is basically engaging in trading those low cap market meme coins, below 67 market cap. It's super volatile. 99.9% are rug pull, but you're really in the trenches when you are trading those tokens.
Like penny stocks.
But yeah, like penny stocks. Except the penny stocks don't rug pull, but they can also go down to zero. Right?
If you listen to me.
To listen? Oh yeah. Have you tried trading penny stocks? Yeah. Now I think the people who used to trade penny stocks in the 90s, they would be like meme coin traders, most likely. Who's a jitter? Okay, so jitters are people who buy it and immediately sell the moment there are any green candles. We don't like jitters. Jitters equal PvP because they are immediately, like they bought it and they sell immediately. We don't like that. We want someone who buys, who believes in the narrative, who believes in the coin. Full porting. Has anyone full ported yet? You full ported, okay. So full porting is you take all your money, all your 401ks, and then you buy a meme coin. Just one meme coin, you put all your money into one meme coin. That's called full porting.
Oh.
Moonbag. Moonbag is an interesting term. We actually use it in our app. It's part of the position that you keep after you exit the principal out of your investment. So you put $100, it goes up by 20%. You take out back your 100, you use the $20 to grow, and you hope that meme coin can rise to the Valhalla, to billions. And that's a moonbag because it's going to go to the moon. Degen. He's a degen. Yes, because he's been full porting. This person is, Gil is also degen. And I'm a degen. Well, yes. Yeah. And some of you will become degens as well because you will be full porting. Top blasting. We don't want to do top blasting. Top blasting is when you buy at the top of the chart. When the coin goes up, you see those green candles and you think, oh my God, this is going to go to the millions. And then you end up buying. And that's top blasting. We don't want to top blast. We want to buy on red candles, not on green candles. By the way, nothing is financial advice, by the way. Clipping. Clipping in meme coins is the only way you stay alive. Your portfolio stays alive only if you do clipping. You buy a little bit, or you buy a lot, you full port, but then the moment you see some green candles, you start selling. You start 10% up, you sell a little bit. Another 10% up, you start selling. So that's clipping, basically taking profits the moment you're in the green. What is ANSA? He knows. He knows. Anyone else knows ANSA? Okay, so ANSA is one of the biggest key opinion leaders on Twitter and on meme coins. He made a lot of money full porting, maybe full porting into Doge with. And since then, he became like the godfather of meme coins. And the final one, yes.
This kind of vocabulary, how long did it take to develop this?
Develop it?
You know, how long has it been in the works?
It's people come up with those terms. Some of that is maybe coming not necessarily from meme coins, but like PvP, that's existing games. Yeah.
Okay. These are like terms you see every single day.
Because when you go to Memecoin Twitter, that's where all the degenerates hang out on X, right? If you go to CT, people tweeting those things, and it will be filled with those terms, and you don't understand what it is. And in crypto, there's a lot of gatekeeping, and if you don't understand what's happening, it's like the small little community of Memecoin traders. And like Silicon Valley, one thing that's unrelated to that is that Silicon Valley hates crypto, but crypto hates meme coins. So all of us are very, very hated small little group who are like ready to engage into trading meme coins. So now you know a little bit of terms, which is good. Now you can go out there and participate in crypto Twitter.
What's safe?
What's aping? That's a good question. So aping in, it's rushing to buy a new coin. So you see a new coin and you just rush to buy it. You don't do any research, you just like it, because at the end of the day, meme coin, the key thing is meme. You see the meme and you're like, fuck, that's funny. And you rush to buy it. That's it. You don't see red candles, green candles, you ape it. That's why we build an app called Ape In. And as I mentioned, for meme coins, it's very important what is the meme part of the meme coin. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the meme, because none of you know what the vocabulary was, so none of you are Degens, but tonight you will become Degens. Memes was, the term itself was coined by the guy, Richard Dawkins. He wrote the book, The Selfish Gene, in 1976. And it's a unit of cultural information that spreads from a person to person. And it also needs to be relatable. So you see an image, and you immediately understand what's this about. So that's supposed to be one of the first memes. It was in 1921 cartoon, and it says how you think you look when a flashlight is taken, and how you really look. So in 1921, they already was spreading this. It contains an idea. It doesn't tell you what it is, but those people who read it, those who understand, they can immediately relate to it if they've been in those situations, of course. So that's a meme. And again, cultural information spread from person to person. Now, where's the coin comes in? Meme coins. Meme coins is attention tokens, whose value is driven by community hype and not fundamentals. So we take those little pieces of cultural information and we put it on chain. So now it becomes tradable. Another definition is unit of tokenized community. So that's not related to the, it's still a meme, but on the internet we have a lot of communities. And if we introduce a token to that community, all of a sudden there is certain ideas in that community, maybe a certain language, just like we saw before. And if you introduce a token to that community, that becomes a meme coin, because now people want to have that. Some people who are more prominent in that community, they might want to have more of those coins. And they start trading. And if we buy earlier into that community, if there is an actual community, it might go up, of course. So that's where the meme coin comes in. So we're still staying in the like little pieces of cultural information, just on chain. So now it's tradable. And why our meme coins are popping? The last year, 2024, was the big one. And surprisingly, they're not dying out. Even in 2025, we are 6 months in. Usually the cycles are very short. NFTs lived for like a year. But meme coins are still around. And there are more and more launch pads happening. More meme coins. Of course, our beloved president launching his own coin brought a lot of people on chain. A lot of people think that launching a Trump coin was bad for the liquidity because he yanked a lot of the liquidity. People were trading stupid dog coins. But then Trump launches a coin, so now you're selling a dog coin, you try to buy a Trump coin. Which is, yeah, there is some, he took some of the liquidity out, but then him doing it on chain was a very big thing. Because he didn't launch it through the centralized exchange, he didn't do it on Coinbase, he did it on chain, he just like, this is the address, go buy it. So people had to figure it out how to buy it. People had to install Moonpay, Moonshot. People had to install Moonshot, figure it out, but they were trading on chain, and that's very important because most of the people right now are not on chain. They go through the Dexes. Both biggest volume still happens on Dexes. So in that sense, I like the Trump coin. All other senses, I don't like it because it went down by 90%. But why meme coins are so popular right now? Why is there so much money coming into the meme coins? Well, a lot of it has to do with how our generation changing. And the Gen Zs, they have a lot of, there is more and more loneliness growing within the generation, even the millennials. Because now we are developed nations, we have all the, like we know, the calories are so cheap, like look how much pizza there is, right? There's like stacks of pizza, not even touched. So calories is not a problem anymore. And all our like the Maslow pyramid is fulfilled. So people don't need to create families. They don't need to make kids. And that tends to people to be more and more lonely. But if they join a community online, that gives them a sense of belonging. Now they're part of something. And if there's token on that, they're like, okay, hell yeah, this community is very cool, I'm gonna buy in. And maybe it will go up higher. So that's one of the reasons. And then another one is the financial nihilism in the generations. Because AI replacing all of us, there's like the housing market is very hard to buy a house. So what the new generation does is they make a little bit of money and they put it all on some meme coin. And they're okay to put full ported, just like that's where the term comes from. They're okay to put 100x leverage. And what is the highest leverage you can find anywhere? Does anyone know? Like
1,000.
Which exchange? Which exchange gives the highest leverage?
Rollbit,
How much is it?
1,000.
Rollbit, but Rollbit is a casino, no?
What's the difference?
I haven't seen that. But my last information was there was basically on XC right now you can have 500x leverage. 500x leverage, it means if you have $100 and you use 500x leverage, if the asset that you buy goes down by 0.2%, you get liquidated. Your $100 is gone.
It's only on Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yes, yeah. And there was a meme that they introduced 1000x, but I researched a little bit deeper and that was just a meme. But yeah, 500x. So people they don't care about, they don't want to grow fast, grow rich slow. They don't want to save. They don't want to invest into VO and S&P 500. They want to full port into some meme coin because they just don't believe that they will never get rich. So that's where the financial nihilism comes in. And that's meme coins helps to, and that funnels fuels the meme coin mania and all these coins that go up to $1 billion. The types of meme coins, surprisingly, some of you thought like, okay, meme coin is a type of crypto, but guess what? In the meme coin, there is also categories. Not every meme coin is the same. The bottom one is the celeb coins. Celeb coins is your Trump coin, it's your Iggy Azalea, Melania, whatever was the name of the Argentinian guy, Libra. So that's celeb coins, we don't touch those. Basically when they launch the coin, they always run pool because their community just buys it immediately, there's no newcomers, there's just no opportunity to, it's not even fun. So that's celeb coins, there's shit coins and trash, so you just go up this pyramid, fewer and fewer coins. Animal coins is in the middle actually, so for example, Shiba Inu is not something amazing. It's just because it's a dog, okay, what's next? There can be so many dogs. As we go higher, we get to more interesting types of meme coins. So cultural coins, that's like if there is a meme, for example, the image for this meetup was Degens, and the meme coin name is Please. So it's a cultural coin because where that meme came from is when the J.D. Vance was talking to Zelensky in the White House. And he said, please, Mr. President, please say thank you. And the whole meme about it is that that's what little kids say. Like, please say thank you. And he has these chubby cheeks. So people created a meme about it. And that would be the culture coins. So just like the actual meme. And Doge actually, Doge is the Shiba Inu, supposedly, right? The Shiba Inu that looks on the side a little bit, that's the image of the coin. I would say that's also kind of like a culture coin. And then we have cults, we have the lifestyle brands, and we have movements, missions. So the example of the cults would be, for example, I will ask you, imagine there is a coin, we don't know the creator of the coin. 5% belongs to the creator, 25% belongs to someone around here. Basically, if we look at the bubble maps, we'll see like big clusters. So 30% is like this big cluster. And then there is no reason, there is no use for that coin, supposedly. And there's a huge cult around it. Would you call it a meme coin? Like it's useless?
Yes.
No, we don't know the creator. So so they can yank it out. They can be a cheater. They can like rug pull us, right? So it's actually Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is the original meme because there's a huge following. Now there is a consensus. Now why this Bitcoin is not exactly the meme coin is because there is a consensus that it's a store of value. But originally, when the Bitcoin just started, there was no consensus that it's a store of value. So that was basically a meme coin. There was this idea that, oh, let's take the power from the government to not print money and create our own digital currency. But there was no, like, it wasn't solving any issue. So, and as it was growing, this cult was growing by more and more people. It became, we started to have the store of value. So in my opinion, Bitcoin is the #1 meme, the original meme.
I have a question there with, with Bitcoin, the proof of consensus is the work, proof of work.
Proof of work,
the
yes.
energy.
Yeah.
And that
Here's it.
And
validates.
that's validates.
Yeah, so I think that's quite different than a meme coin.
That's true. The counter argument to that might be, no one asked you to burn all that energy to calculate the useless equation. Like, there was no need for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think
But that was-
Ethereum is
they
much
don't-
better with proof of stake.
Okay. Yeah, in that sense, yes. But like my whole reasoning is that in Bitcoin, no, there was no need for that. Yes, you can argue that there was a need for decentralized money and like money on chain, but yeah, it's very gray area, I would say. Yeah.
That's-
So all sorts of different meme coins. There's a different types.
And one more question is with the pyramid as an analogy.
Yeah.
The foundation is like celeb coins and then shit coins and trash.
Yeah.
And then at the top is the movement missions.
Yeah.
Is that the movement missions are like the more valuable?
I would say no one will answer that question because that would be like an analysis and estimation and guessing basically, oh, this is more valuable than this. Right now, Trump coin is so low that you can argue that even Trump coin is valuable right now because like it's reached its bottom. And then movement and mission, one example of movement and mission meme coin would be SPX 6900, which is a meme coin that is very, this guy, another godfather of meme coins, Murad, he professes a lot this coin, and that coin has a mission, and the mission is they want to flip the total value of S&P 500. And total value of S&P 500 right now is like something around 550 trillion, I think. And so they created a coin, and their mission is the coin needs to become more valuable than S&P 500. So that's an example of mission and movement coin. So, and then it's up to you to decide whether that coin is more valuable or not than the celeb coin or like a Trump coin. So yeah, to answer your question, it's up to the person. This pyramid was is biased to the movements and mission. So Doge, even though I told you about Bitcoin was the first meme coin, but okay, that's like my opinion. But Doge is supposed to be the really, like people agree that that was the first meme coin. Created in 2014, it was a fork of Litecoin. It was a little bit slow. It was faster than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it was, and that's why it became more popular. People started to use Doge to tip to each other. On Reddit, there was the Jamaican bobsleigh team. In Jamaica, there is not a lot of ice, but there was a Jamaican bobsleigh team, and they were trying to raise money to go into the Olympics. And on the internet, because all these groups and communities, they're like, okay, let's just donate a lot of Doge to them. And they were able to donate a lot of money for them to go to the Olympics. And that was kind of like the first headlines of the usage of Doge, because back then, 2014-15, people were talking, why we need this Bitcoin, why we need this digital money. And Doge, because it was faster than Bitcoin, it actually proved that it has utility, and that was the utility. The guy who founded Doge actually worked at Coinbase for a very long time, and Coinbase did not list Doge for like a year, even the guy was working in the company. So that was Doge. Then later, actually not like 60 years passes. 6 years passes, we have 2017. In 2020, we started to get other meme coins, and those meme coins started to appear on Ethereum. Those are Shiba Inu, Pepe, Mob, and a bunch of others. So those are the meme coins that started to be more widely available and traded on centralized exchanges. But Ethereum is still a little bit slow for transactions. It takes like 14 seconds or something, the block time. So it still takes seconds. So you cannot really trade it fast. But that was like the second wave of meme coins. And then Solana comes along. 2023, FTX goes down. Solana was like a pet project, not a pet project, but FTX was financing Solana a lot. And when FTX went down, Solana went down in price. And it went as low as $17. But then in 2024, the end of 2023 to 2024, Solana goes up from $17 to 200. So it's 10x's. And all that value, all that money, the people who made all that money, they need to funnel it somewhere. And Solana is fast and cheap, even though it's not very decentralized and not very stable, but it's fast and cheap. So all these meme coins start to appear on Solana. And because it's fast, you can buy a little bit and sell it. You can buy you can create a coin and the market cap will be 10K and you can sell that fast. You don't need to worry about that you will get stuck, your order will get stuck. And what happens is a lot of scams started to appear on Solana. So for Solana, if you create a meme coin, you used to, the liquidity will get deposited to these decentralized exchanges, which was Radium and Meteor. So you create the meme coin, you still need to hire people to write the contract, to create the smart contract, and that was on Rust. And you need to hire someone, you need to deposit that liquidity, so still a little bit cumbersome. And a lot of scams was happening, because now you can people create their contracts and they, for example, they create honeypots, where you buy a coin and you can never sell it. And people don't know about it because they buy it and they see, oh, it goes up, and they see, oh my God, the number is increasing, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna stay here. But they never sell, but then when they want to sell, there is actually no ability to sell that coin because it's a smart contract. It's smart money, it's not dumb money where you can just always exchange them. So a lot of scams happens on Solana. And to fight those scams, Pump Fund comes along. So some of you might know Pump Fund as actually the place where people scam each other, but before, there was even more scam. And Pump Fund was actually trying to solve that. And the solution was, we're gonna issue 1 billion tokens, you cannot program it, you cannot pre-mint it, you cannot introduce any tax to it. And that was the solution. And to launch a coin on Pump Fund, just $2, or roughly like that, 0.01 Solana or something. So cost nothing, you can just create your token, all you need is description and the picture. So that's like an explosion in meme coins. Everyone starts launching everything. Like right now, if Musk tweets anything, immediately there is a coin created for it. Actually, hundreds of coins will be created. Trump tweets something, there will be a coin created. So all that fast token creation, this cycle was fueled by Solana's cheap and fast chain. And that was Pump Fund. And we have a little bit about Pump Fund. What's happening with Pump Fund right now? So this chart starts roughly June 2024, but Pump Fund started in the beginning of 2024. So we can see this is daily tokens deployed, number of tokens that was deployed on Pump Fund. The high was in November, and then in the middle of January. So somewhere here, I think that was the Trump coin, couple other days, and that was the liquidity suck that people kind of connect to the Trump coin launching. And then now what we see is this screenshot, I took it yesterday. So yesterday there was 28,000 meme coins launched on Pump Fund. Out of those 28,000, 278 graduated. So you remember I said how there is $67,000 the coin needs to reach to get graduated. So 278 coins just in one day And you can see that we're not even at the height of the chart. There was way more graduation happening here. Another thing is that besides Pump Fund, we have other launch pads like Let's Bonk, Bags, and Believe App, and others. But they kind of a little bit struggling. They have a little bit of success, but then they kind of die out. And right now there is a new meta, which is Believe App, where it's internet capital markets. And even that's the green, they kind of slowing down. Even though on crypto Twitter, the discussion is very big about that. And then the yellow one is the Let's Bonk. So all these different platforms happen, and it doesn't look like we are slowing down. So it's not dying out, at least. How much Pump Fund makes money? In the whole year of their existence, a little bit over a year, they made 700 million, so roughly like 800 million. And just yesterday, they made roughly $4 million. How Pump Fund makes money? They charge 1% on trading fees. So if you trade while the token is not graduated, and while the token is not graduated, you trade, they charge 1% on buy and sells. And that just shows you the size of the market, the TAM, the total addressable market, and how many tokens are graduated.
How is it sustainable that so only 230 graduate out of 22,000? I mean, that's
It's like 1%.
Somehow it
Zero-
seems like
0.1%.
it's not sustainable somehow.
Why not?
I mean, because it's so few.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily not sustainable. Because most of the tokens are rug pulls. There are algorithms that, for example, they track mask Twitter. If there is a new tweet, they immediately create the token. And then the moment someone buys, it might be bots or first buyers. Usually it's bots right now. They buy, they immediately sell and make like $60. But if they do it thousands of times, they're able to make money. So that's why this number is that big. But we're just focusing on that number, because those are the real tokens that at least generate enough hype, and maybe some of them generate communities around them, that the coin ends up living longer, and you can actually like trade it. The meme coins right now, just as I'm giving an example of the Musk Twitter, it's actually became like a news source. Like I'll later show you on our app, you can actually learn about the news that are happening in the world based on the meme coins. Because people will be creating meme coins faster than it goes to the news. For example, there is a LA protest right now, right? And there will be people making meme coins about something that happens because they know that there is a potential to something to become viral. So you can just learn news about, I learned about who's going to become the next pope through meme coins. Because when the pope died, when the pope stopped appearing on public, someone created the meme coin called RIP Pope. And that went up. And then for every contender to become the pope, there was a coin for each contender. It became like a poly market, where you can bet on which pope will become the next pope, which contender will become the next pope. So meme coins became like a news source in a way. It's like a secondary function of it.
Huh.
One of the reasons why you might be interested to buy a meme coin is you see a meme and you think, okay, I can understand that meme, and it can become a bigger and more viral phenomenon. So you bet that you will understand that more people out there will learn about that thing, and you are just early. So that's another reason to buy meme coins. That's basically a list of why meme coins I'm selling meme coins. Meme coins are honest. Why I like meme coins is they don't bullshit. If you try to buy like Uni, which is the Uniswap, or you want to buy some altcoin like Aave. So people say, oh, there is like this amazing technology behind it, but what are you actually buying? You're not buying part of the business. It's not part of the equity. It's some token that might or might not have the utility. And what is the utility? oh, is there a fee switch behind it? Is the fee switch on, or is the fee switch is not there yet? Oh, there is a governance token. It helps you to vote. But then the foundation has all the powers, and they can turn it on and turn it off. So you actually don't know what you're buying. Like, how do you underwrite that investment? In stocks, you buy Apple. You're like, okay, the Apple is not going to go anywhere. But then you really depend on number of sales, and the sales are declining, and people are not buying iPhones. So you have all this guessing work. Meme coins, they don't have sales calls, they don't have fee switch, they don't have earnings, they don't have any PE, they don't have EPA, they don't have nothing. It's just a meme, it's stupid, you think it's funny, you buy it. And you hope that more people will find it funny. And that's the whole thinking and reasoning behind buying a meme coin. Slowly pump fund, because people saw that these tokens create so much hype. People started to go to pump fund, and they started to raise money through pump fund, because pump fund started to act as a Kickstarter, where you present some idea, and can you generate buzz around it, that people will come in and they will be buying it. So people started to use pump fund as a source of pre-seed and seed funding, and that what led us to March 2025, which is like last month, where this new narrative came out, the Believe app. It's a launchpad, it's a competitor to Pump Fund, but they said, okay, we are the guys from Silicon Valley, we are more buttoned up, come to our platform and launch your, issue a token, and that would be your seed round. And that's like the latest narrative. It's colloquially called internet capital markets. One of the biggest coins right now is the launch coin, which is the main coin of the Believe app itself. But there's also this like dupe and buddy, you can look it up, what kind of business is behind it. So now we can see that Pump Fund was just a generic place where to launch a coin. And we have all these separations now into, okay, if you just want to do jokes, you go to Pump Fund. If you want to do raise money, you can do Believe app. And in November 2024, what's also started to happen on Pump Fund is that people created AI agents. For example, AI XBT, it's an account on Twitter, and there is a AI chatbot, you can say, that's behind it, and it's just posts on Twitter, and that account created a token, and that token went to the billions because people couldn't believe that there is an actual AI behind this Twitter account. So we have all these narratives that's happening, and the internet capital markets is the latest narrative in the meme coins. Now, if you wanted to trade the meme coins, like you like the idea, and you think, okay, now let me trade actually meme coins. Let me not just buy one meme coin. Let's buy I want to see what's happening out there. Your only solution was desktop apps. This is a screenshot of Axiom. And this is what you will see. You will see new pairs. These are the tokens that that were just created. You can see it says 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 11 seconds. That's they just created. Then you see final stretch, which is they are pre-graduation, and then migrated, that is the post-graduation. So they actually reached $67,000. So you see this barrage of data that's just coming at you. This design reminds me of I don't know if you know this meme, like the software engineer builds an app without a designer, and just all these switches in there. There's just so much data in there. Where's the fun? We don't have the fun anymore. Where's the memes? I'm not laughing when looking at this. You stressed. You're like, who's gonna rug pull me? And all of that is very important, by the way. Every piece of detail here is very important. People want more of data, because now we can look on chain and see what's happening, who owns it. You can see this mask one, regret. That's a meme on the meme. Like I told you about the please, little kid. So now it's the idea that Musk is regretting his actions with Trump. So that someone created a meme coin on it, market cap 47K. Here you go.
What you call it again?
I'll call it regret.
Regret? I'm not hearing the word.
Regret? No, that's the name of the coin itself.
I meant the exchange. I'm sorry.
The exchange is Axiom. It's not an exchange. It's not an exchange. It's a front end. It's a client for exchange.
Well, I'll ask you later. Okay.
Yeah. It's similar to Bullets or Photon, which is other exchanges. It's not an exchange again. It's just a front end that you can pull up
They sound like foreign words to me, but I'll ask you.
The exchanges themselves still is Radium and Meteora. That's where the change happens.
Okay, okay.
That's where the liquidity lives. They're just a front end. Yeah.
That, I understand.
And then that was the desktop for meme coins, trading and discovery. And this is what we have right now for mobile. If you are, because it's obvious that everything goes from desktop to the mobile. More people, the phones are in your pockets. So everything kind of should be mobile. But for meme coins, I was surprised that there is no solutions to discover and trade meme coins. And this is what we have right now. Is I believe this one is Moonshot. You basically have just a list of coins. That's, again, where is the fun of it? Where is the meme? Where do I laugh? That's my question. I don't understand this. I need to go inside, look at the chart, do my research. I don't want to do any of that. I'm sitting on my toilet. I stopped swiping girls on Tinder, on Hinge, and now I want to look at memes. I want to brain rot. How many knows the term brain rot? You know brain rot?
Yes. I just wonder, what can you research when it's a meme coin?
Oh, you can research all of this data? That's the research. So you check when it was created. You go to the Twitter account behind this project. You go to the Pump Fund page. You go how many people own it. 650 people own it. You go how many, the creator of the token right now owns 73% supply of this token. All of this comes from the chain. And that's why this whole is possible. So snipers, 73% of the first buyers were snipers. And then bundling, there is 73% is bundle up, which means it's basically like insiders. Like you would never buy this. Anything that's in red, you would not buy. So all of this is a research, and then you can see like what is this meme? Is it is it a copy of some other meme? So that's kind of the research you do to buy a meme coin. Basically, is there life? Is there a future for that meme coin or not? That's the type of research you do. But my point is, actually, most of the people don't want to do that. They just want to swipe on memes, because memes are supposed to be funny. This is the mobile apps that right now we have for memes. So me and Alex, what we decided, we just want to make it stupid. We want to make it very simple. You sit on the toilet and you just want to look at memes and swipe them left and right. And that's why we built Pepe, which is the meme coin discovery and it's a mobile app for meme coin discovery and trading. So it's live right now on App Store. I will provide the link. You'll be able to download it later. So our main thing that you see when you go on the front page is the discovery of the meme. We wanted to give the image, the whole real estate of the screen, we want to give it to the meme because you need to understand it. What is it about? So Italian rot. Have you seen the tralalero, tralala? Porcotino, porcola? Okay, you're too old for that. But that's what's happening with Gen Z. They love this shit. It's basically these stupid things like animals merged together with other objects in Italian, and that's called Italian rot. It's a trend on TikTok right now. Someone created a coin for it, $4.5 million. You will never be able to make this much money in your entire life, but this coin is this much in value. And we just took the main things when it was created 12 weeks ago, the price change in 24 hours, and how much the percentage allocated to the top 10 wallets. And then we just have the description and then the chart. We didn't want to show it as the main thing, but still you want to see what's happening. This is a 15 minutes chart. So in the last 15 minutes, this is the price action. If you decide to buy, we don't want you to buy we don't want you to full port. We don't want you to put $100, $1,000. Just a small amount. $10, $5, because you're buying some bullshit, right? At the end of the day, it's a meme. So you think, okay, this is funny, I can relate to that. You throw $5 into that, you set automatically take profit at 25%, 50 or 100%, if you want to double it. You create the order, that's it. The order goes, and you can, hopefully the order will fulfill and it's not a run.
I'm loving the explanation. Having a little trouble listening. I don't know if
I hear about
it's
every
a little
third
louder.
word because there's so many voices.
Yeah, I think maybe the public can lower a little bit the voice. I don't
I'll
want
try
to be that
to
guy,
I'll try
but-
to scream louder.
You have it recorded. I can listen later, right? Yeah.
So yes, this is the main screen. You swipe left and right. You buy them. If you swipe right, which is like, you shortlist them. And if you're done with your session, it will be in your liked list. And we think it's one of our killer features is that you'll be able to buy all of them in one bulk. And you can just allocate how much money you want per coin. And then your portfolio, you just track your progress. You can see your limit orders. You can see which limit orders are still not fulfilled. So you plus 9% there, 0, 0 is there, and minus 1% there. That's a pin. We're live on App Store. That's a QR code. It's a little bit cut. Let me do like this. Oh, let me actually do some live trading for you. Everyone likes live demos. So we have this meme 9 hours ago created. Let me refresh actually. Zen AI. So that's another example of those coins that are like, there's a project behind it. And they just launched a coin on Pump Fund to, basically it's their bootstrapping. They got some money out of it.
So they have a project, so there's some utility there.
Yeah. You can research them more. Like now, this project will most likely start on the Leave app, but they started on Pump Fund. Yeah, you can research more a little bit about it. Lingo Melon. I don't know what it is, but let's like it. 18 hours ago, PPMT. This probably means something. T is definitely Trump. M is definitely Musk. I don't know. I don't like it. Not. 98%. Is it 98? I would never buy this. New layer 1. Fastest layer 1. From the image, you can understand what's the joke. Yeah, let's buy it. So we'll short this. AI vlogs. So another thing that's happening right now on TikTok is this AI vlogs where the gorilla is animated with AI. That's an old meme, honestly. I think it's gone. 4 months, no, 5 days. The spirit of gambling. Well, gambling is good. So we'll have this, the ones that I like. Ape it all. What do we throw? $5 into each? 25%. So they went live. Let's see. So we'll be able to track it in our portfolio. They went into limit orders. So this is, and maybe by the end of the meetup, we will make some money.